Hello guys and welcome back to some more Countless Worlds. In this video I'm going to be going over the latest announcement that we've got that actually is, a progression announcement about the game. But yeah, I don't want to hold up too long. I want to get right into this because it is a hefty one. But before we do start, if you guys aren't already, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and every single subscriber counts. But with that said, let's get right into this. Starting here, actually we're not starting here, but the previous announcement was about 2 months ago. So wow, about 2 months ago. Okay, hey everyone, hello. Welcome to another Countless Worlds announcement. This time we'll be going more in depth on the team's progress for the game and discussing what is currently being done to get the game ready for our release. We hope you enjoy. Me too, I hope I enjoy this as well, as they are, advertising it. Okay, developer insights. Since our last announcement, the Countless Worlds developer team has been hard at work, and we'd like to take a moment to discuss the current state of the game with you guys, and what we're doing to get the game ready for release. We believe transparency with our community is key to achieving a quality game, and we'd like to share some more information on what's going on behind the scenes, so we don't leave you in the dark until our release announcement. Okay, we've talked about our plans for the future and how we want to tackle the game post release. But now let's talk a little bit about the present and our path so far. The roller coaster of development. As some of you may know, Countless Worlds is over 2 years old. Almost brings a tear to my eye. And its development has been an incredibly wild ride. For context, Countless Worlds was initially intended to be a big game, and more of a continuation of a project that had been cancelled back in 2020. We were seeking closure with the critical adventure genre, and we were rather new to game development. After our first stress test, we got immensely positive feedback, and many of us saw the potential Countless World held to be its own high-quality game. We've made several strives to improve our old systems and spice up the mechanics of the game based on what the community wanted. Unfortunately, due to the game being so old, the cracks started to show themselves and slowly got bigger and bigger. The building blocks. Okay. The infrastructure of the game is its most important aspect. You can try to develop as many flashy details and mechanics as you want, but if you don't have a good foundation to work on, it'll all eventually come falling down on your head. Ever since our second stress test, we've been noticing more and more issues related to our very old and poorly built infrastructure. Bugs that had never been seen before in testing began to arise. Development was slow, and it was generally a pretty bad time. As the game evolved, we've been slowly adapting our internal system to more modern and stable code, but we never fully committed to a full-on infrastructure rework. Not anymore. For Countless Worlds release, we have been reworking most of the game's infrastructure from the ground up, allowing faster and smoother development and making the game more enjoyable experience for our players. While we can't show you all of the changes, we'd like to show you some of the things we're making and what it means for the future of the game. What you see is what you get. One of our most important reworks so far has been the user interface, also known as UI. It has been completely reworked to present us much cleaner and easier approach to implement UI elements into the game. For comparison, our old UI setup was as old as the game itself, and was very poorly implemented, with a lot of band-aid fixes holding it together. You can see our new UI system at work in our latest progress, I'm just going to call it progression, post. Although there are not a lot of visual differences from the UI in the demo, It is now much smoother and gives us a lot more control to adapt it to other platforms. Mobile support is much easier to implement now, and we're going to have console support. That's pretty nice because I do have a controller, so I want to see how that feels like. Okay. I believe we saw this in the previous video. Let me just play it. Yeah, this is the encrypted animations we saw in the progression post and UI animations. Okay, there be treasure. Okay, the treasure chest system has also been completely overhauled with a much cleaner interface and a lot more control for us to play around with. Okay, also temporary chests now fall from the sky and have a proper opening animation, so watch your head and go grab some loot. Let's see what this is. Okay, chests falling from the sky. Okay, I don't know if it's gonna fall that slow in game. It seems like it's a bit like too slow for a chest falling. In my opinion, I don't know what you guys think. You guys can let me know in the comments below. But let's see the other system. So, whoa, okay, that's actually pretty cool. So now you actually have animations for opening up the chest. Okay, let's move on. A living world. As part of our rework for the combat system, we have also decided to tackle how enemies engage with the player. While we cannot show the full combat rework in action yet, we would like to share with you what we did for enemies to feel more like they are part of the environment. Creatures now don't just sit around and spin in place waiting for you to get in range. They now live in the world and roam around their areas, with some of them even interacting with each other. While combat with multiple enemies at once was a step in the right direction for the evolution of our game, our past implementation was too shallow, and it felt like an addition to the basic critical adventure combat you've been playing for years now. With this change, enemies will feel more dynamic and will probably chase and interact with the player and the world in different ways, allowing for a lot more immersive and a more seamless way to bring the players into combat. Okay. We've also taught them how to swim. Good luck. So now let's see what they have to show for us. Wow. Okay, so you're gonna fight 3 wolves at once. That's interesting. And then they were all collectively chasing together. Okay, that's actually different from in the demo. In the demo, it doesn't matter if you bring 2 of the enemies together. You would just like get into a one-on-one fight. But this actually is more unique. And in the demo, there was like a duo fight you could have done with the wolves. No, with the foxes. I did it. I've tried it. It's interesting and fun, but now it's more like modular and seamless. So you can collect up wolves if you want to fight them and then fight them all at once. But yeah, it looks like a maximum of 3 though, because actually I don't know. The clip, I'm not trying to be mean, but the quality of the clip isn't, that good. They don't want to show too much though. Let's continue with the next clip. Okay, is this interacting with each other? I believe they're... Oh yeah, they're interacting with each other. Wow, that's cool. Okay, the next clip. Oh, you can add more. Wow. Let me replay that again. Okay, now that's cool. I think that's gonna open up some more ways to play the game. You can drag enemies into the circle before you start your fight to fight more at once. Okay, let's play the final video in this section. Oh, swimming. What happens if you get caught in the water? I wonder. Well, that's cool though. Okay, let's continue on to this. A shocking revelation. Some of you may remember our old weather system that was showcased in some of our videos. Although we did want to introduce weather back then, we had to back out on the system at the time as it was bringing a lot of technical problems on the table. With the rewrite, we now have enough breathing room to reintroduce weather conditions to countless worlds, bringing unique effects and more atmosphere to the game. While rain might look harmless at first, tread carefully, as lightning can strike anything and anyone. Enemies struck by lightning will attack much faster, but will also be able to drop special loot. So also keep an eye out for charged enemies. Chests that are struck by lightning will turn into charge chests, which will require a storm key to open, but will reward you with unique gear, allowing you to use storm and lightning to your favor. Okay, let's see what this storm and lightning feature is. So that's a charged chest. Oh, he got struck by lightning. It didn't do damage to him though. Is the lightning just going to be visuals, or will it do damage to the actual player? I wonder. Because he just got struck by lightning. Nothing's happening to him. I mean, no, he already has some charged gear on him. Next video. Okay, so lightning struck one of the foxes, and now they're charged. The next video is the loot. Is he showing off the loot? I think he's showing off the loot. He was already wearing it in the previous videos, like the boots. Yeah, you can see the lightning on the boots, and the rain. Oh, did I miss that? It just struck the lightning. I mean, struck the chest, and the chest keyhole is glowing now. Okay, that's cool. I think they need to, in my opinion, they should add like an animation when the lightning hits the chest, so that the keyhole doesn't like turn blue before the lightning animation ends. But that's just my opinion. Pretty good overall still. Go for a swim. As a part of our infrastructure rewrite, we have also completely changed the functionality of swimming, providing a much faster and smoother system compared to the old swimming that we found very clunky and dated. Now swimming is based on acceleration, and you can increase your momentum by pressing spacebar while underwater with proper timing to reach faster speeds. We will iterate more on swimming after release, and tackling underwater combat is a big part of our plans for the future. So I guess this is the swimming clips next. Let me play this one. Wow, this looks a lot more fluid, like a lot more fluid than the previous system. Okay, so you swim in the direction where you're facing. Wow, now that is like a whole rework to the swimming system. I mean, they basically rewrote their infrastructure, so I should be expecting this, but I'm just super impressed. Okay, so there's two different videos. So this one's swimming up and down. What about the speed system? Gaining momentum. Oh, okay. They just dashed out. They gained. So is it like a dolphin thing? You dash out of the water and back in, out and back in to get more momentum? Because they just dashed out into that water puddle. But that's a cool feature nonetheless. Like, now I can't wait. I can't wait for this game. Conclusion. While we'd love to show you everything we have been working on, we believe some of our new features and improved systems are better left as a surprise for the game's release. As always, we'll continue posting our progress, and we'll be conducting a few polls for the community and polls as we introduce new features that could change gameplay in a more major way. We'd like to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts for the continued support for Countless Worlds. Without you, we would have never reached our current place, and we hope the release this year fits your expectations. We'll be keeping you guys updated until then. Billy. Okay, so If you guys did enjoy the video, then you know what to do. Make sure you to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.